Joining us now fresh off of his round one victory here at the Bloomfield Hills Challenger, the current world number 335 and our old friend here at Cracked Racquets is Andreas Martin. Dre, first of all, congratulations to you on the 2-2 victory. Not the worst way to start off a week like this. Talk me through your performance today. What allowed you to put together a scoreline like that?
I mean, I think the score is always a product of playing good tennis and keeping it at a high level throughout the whole match. I don't think, 2-2, it could have been 6-6. I mean,
Sure.
really, I think there was a couple games here and there on my serve where I might have gotten away in a few shots, but I was really just keyed in, watching the ball, really trying to hit some big targets. He hits a huge ball, so whatever he could hit hard, I could just redirect maybe up the middle, make him kind of feel his own pace a little bit.
Sure.
I mean, that's where I was going. The courts do a lot for you. They play pretty quick, so I think I was just trying to make clean contact through the middle and then play my game from there.
No, it went really well today. I've got two big numbers for you that you'll enjoy. One, he goes 5 of 20 on second serve points. And even on those second serve points, so you're 15 of 20. Dude, that's pretty good math for what it's worth. That's what, 65%, something like that. Not too shabby, or 75%. Yes. But all of that is to say, I still noticed the defensive positioning. It did feel like you gave him some space behind that baseline. You gave yourself some time as well. Is that just the ball he hits? Is that where you like to be maneuvering? Was it something specific today you think that allowed for that sort of success? Yeah,
I think I have the ability to play back and in.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you're playing a big guy who just hits the ball a lot of pace, it's actually ideal to you either got to play up or back, because that peak height is going to hit you somewhere in between.
Sure.
So I think playing back, especially on the first serve, was very key. And then on the second one, I try to mix in a little bit so you can get it different visual looks. But I do prefer being back. And I also like being in. It just depends really. The courts play quick, so if you don't get a clean contact right away when you're up, then you can be behind in the rally. So I think the variance of both is very effective.
No, it worked well for you today. The other big number, you made 75% of your first serves. I'm just curious how big of an emphasis that has been for you throughout your first year of pro tennis, and that sort of serving performance, particularly at this level. How pivotal is that?
No, I think I'm learning a lot, especially how to manage your serve. I think the biggest thing is really hitting your spots. I think it's really going for your serve. I think these courts play pretty quick too, so it's if you actually hit a spot, a pretty decent serve, then you get a lot of return from doing so. 75%. That's pretty good. I think I was just I was really just taking my time between the serve. I think they were just landing. I was just going through the ball the way I wanted to, and I guess that took care of itself.
No, it looked good, and again, it's a credit to you to have this sort of performance. I don't know if you know this number, but including qualifying, it's your 36th win of the year, and you're 36-16 now overall in the season. 52 matches through 6.5 months. That's a ton of tennis, my friend. I just can't even imagine what that's been like on the body, but for you to get this victory, and you've had a couple of successes at the challenger level of late, what do you think has been clicking so well for you in your game?
I think I've been keying into who I am as a tennis player. I think this is probably around a full year of playing on tour now. I graduated last May, so I think at the beginning of it was really finding, what do I do well, what do I not do so well, how do I improve on everything, how do I improve on what I don't do well, how do I improve on what I already do well, and how do I just set up my game to where it can highlight my strengths, and how do I improve my weaknesses along the way. So I think that's been really key, and going to Turin actually really helped me. I was talking to some of the top guys, and they were identity, know your game, know what you're going to do in every position, every shot, and I mean that really helps. Just having good clarity when you're out on the court, really helps a lot in moments like this.
Yeah, no, and you kind of answered it in that question, and I'm sure it's a nuanced answer required, but in that first year of pro tennis, is it more about, for you, maximizing your strengths or minimizing your weakness, right? Because you don't have a ton of, as I mentioned, you played 52 matches this year. I think I looked the last 52 weeks, you've played something like 77. That's a ton of tennis, not a ton of time for training.
Right.
How have you gone about being, hey, let's double down on these strengths versus maybe, I don't know, I want to play more first serves, I want to play more +1. How have you balanced that?
Yeah, so, I think I do a pretty good job, actually, of training outside of tournaments. I think I really try to set up a 2 to 3 month block, and I try to pick, I want to play these, and then I need a 2-week training block here, and then right back on the road. So it's really I give myself a little bit of time, but then I think some of the best practice you can get is actually in the match, applying it. So you don't want to spend too much time, I think, on-court training. I think you want to learn as much as you can, and you have the right team around you giving you good information, and also be able to apply it right away on the court, because you can't deviate, the two. You can't just be so far into the results, and you can't be just so far into the training. You have to be like, okay, let's train a little bit, let's apply it, let's do it on the match, and then let's play. Let's feed into your identity.
Yeah, no, and it's a credit to you. New career high ranking, 335 entering this week, and you started the season playing 15Ks, 25Ks. This summer it's been pretty consecutive challenger play. How different are those levels? How different is the level than what you saw at one singles at Georgia Tech, and how well do you think are you acclimated to this level yet?
Yeah, I think the beginning of the summer I started playing pretty well in the challengers. I mean, the thing is, there's not, I talk to other players about this all the time. There's not that big of a difference between futures and challengers. I think everyone's like, oh, futures, and man, the futures are so tough. Like, what are you talking about? I mean, guys are coming out of college, they're playing loose, no one's watching. It's so hard to play. And I think, ranking obviously means something for sure, but at the end of the day, you can win or lose to anybody. So, yeah, I started you're playing futures. I think I got a lot better along the way. I think I've improved my game and have clarity in my game. But I think there's honestly in 2022, I think I just played 2 futures, and then I play Atlanta Open. I was like, wow. And I had some of my toughest matches in my life in the futures, and the same thing in college. I mean, it's even more brutal in college. Guys are cheating, guys are doing the most just to win the match, and I don't know, however you want to say it. I think I am getting used to this level for sure. I think I'm at this level. I think I'm improving every day. I'm playing against some of the best guys in the, around the 100 to 300 range, and I'm doing fairly well against them. So, yeah, I think I'm doing great.
No, absolutely. A couple of quarterfinals for you at the challenger level already this summer, and again, all that 25K success as well. The travel, it's been a full year. What's the travel like? Have you gotten accustomed to the pro tennis lifestyle, dare I say?
Yeah, I think I can definitely. I actually have. I've done some good things that have helped me travel better. I need to get a new suitcase though. I have a suitcase.
Sponsors out there, hook them up.
I have this old 2018 travel Wilson duffel bag, and it has a hole in it, and my socks are about to fall out. So I need to get a new one of those. I've been looking at Amazon this week, but other than that, I've actually enjoyed the travel. You spend a lot of time in the airports, airplane, get the headphones, you're fine. You're fine.
All right, I like to hear that. No, that's awesome. Well, then my last 2 questions for you, and I heard you mention this in an interview you just did, but this challenger event, obviously your former teammate Owen DeMuth and the DeMuth family very intimately involved in the planning of it, so you're a little biased here, but how does this Bloomfield Hills Challenger stack up? What do you think of it in the scale of the events you've played so far?
Yeah, I'll try to answer it in a non-biased way, but
it's the best.
it's so great, honestly. It's so beautiful here, and the greenery, it's so nice. I think they do such a good job setting everything up. I mean, there's so many sponsors, there's so many little details. I think that they do a good job. They have 6 practice courts, a lot of challengers they don't do that. So it's if you want to get some extra reps in, you have to wait all day. It's half court is a disaster. I think for the guys coming in week in, week out is so important. I mean, they have the little golf carts coming to the player area. I mean, I thought that was just really thoughtful. And honestly, they hosted a really nice player party last night, and yeah, they do such a good job. I mean, they really care about the tournament so much, and they go all in. The dinner and the food and the lunches are unreal. I was talking to my girlfriend. It was one of the best lunches I've had in a while. So.
No, I love that, and yeah, it's a credit. You use the word thoughtful. The DeMuth family is so thoughtful in everything they do. Well, my last question for you, and I apologize because it's a big one, just something I want to ask every player this year. We talk so often about growing this sport, and how do we go about growing this sport so it becomes more popular so that we can put more money in all of your player pockets as well. If there's one thing you'd like to see the media, myself included, do more of, and if there's one thing you think players could do better to help grow the sport, I'm curious what those things might be. And again, I do apologize for putting you on the spot because it's not an uncomplicated question.
It's crazy because all I do is think about how to improve my game. I never think about how to improve the media side. To be honest, I don't have too much media exposure. I don't know.
Well, maybe that's the problem. Should we be talking to you? How much, when you were at your standard...
Could be the problem,
yeah, when you were at your standard futures event, or even challenger early rounds, how often are you getting asked questions about it, if at all?
I think I have an answer.
Okay, I like that.
I think this is a problem that I think...
I've identified?
Yeah, I'm I don't know. That's the problem. Okay. I think you asking me is a great way. I mean, transitioning maybe to the ACP Tour events, because I think you do go from 0 to 100.
Yeah.
And I think people don't put enough emphasis on, how good the level is at the challengers and even at the futures, I think they kind of take it for granted. And you know, it's weird. I don't know that they treat futures. I think they could treat futures better for sure. But I think they can have just more, like, I think Mr. Numuth does a great job where he just puts a lot of effort into it, you know, and he has a lot of corners covered, and it just feels like an ATP Tour event, you know what I mean? Like, you were talking to me, and I think there should be a lot of that, especially transitioning at a you know, to the tour, to the top level. So I think that is my answer.
I appreciate it. It's a good answer, my friend, and I appreciate your thoughtfulness. I appreciate you taking the time, Andreas Martin. Congratulations on the victory, my friend. Always a pleasure.
Thanks.